Just kind of talk about, you had a couple of chances in scrimmages to see your guys now. What have you seen from those guys, I guess, first 10 days or so?
Three or four guys are standing out. On my side, it's I got Nico, Demetrius, and Rike Florence. Those three guys right now are standing out as far as guys that are picking up things and are making plays. We said before, Trent Fisher was another guy on probably the fourth man in our rotation. We've had the Means kid he was out with an injury, and now he's back. He had made a couple of plays in scrimmage, so it gives us even more depth at that position. Got a lot more depth than they had last year. Just don't have that experience that we had. But with Nico back there, every day he's feeling more and more comfortable with the position. The communication is a lot better. For us, every week is going to be a challenge on how much they come in and study tape, and then just the communication between ourselves, the corners, and even the linebackers. The way it's set up now, that everybody's got to be on the same page.
How do you feel about just the last two classes of defensive backs y'all brought in?
I tell you now, it's with the kids like Whitehead, Threezy, and even last year's class with Chris Davis and Mitzi, just the amount of depth we got at that position now, it's making everybody a lot better. And I tell you, they're working at it. A lot of guys are asking all the right questions. They were learning how to watch tape, and then now they're knowing how to practice. But the guys we brought in, I think we did a really good job of evaluating, because exactly what we saw on tape is what we're seeing right now. You see the kid Cadillac reminds us a lot of Chris Davis, and where Chris Davis was at last year, we feel like probably Cadillac is probably a little bit more fast, a little bit more quick, but we're thinking that his game will be somewhere where CD's at, hopefully by game 5 or game 6. And you got the kid like Whitehead that's big, strong, smart. All these young guys are pushing older guys to become better, and the older guys are only freshmen or redshirt sophomores.
I know a lot of the move Nico was due to needed at the position, but can he be significantly better maybe at safety than he was at corner?
I think so, because you back him up off the ball now, and he can digest. When we're playing a lot of press man, things happen a lot more quick, a lot more fast at that position. And now with him backed off and 10 yards away from the ball, his vision on that quarterback and the range that he has, it gives us a dimension that we hadn't had before, and it's going to be fun to watch him grow in the position.
Would it surprise you to see him lead the team in picks?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if he led the team in tackles as well, because he just got so much range. The only thing that's going to hold Nico back is just Nico. How much does he want to come in and study tape? How much he want to put into the game, because he's got everything we're looking for. We had some guys last year like the Zach McNeils and the Savages. Those guys that came in and studied the game all the time. And if Nico made that same commitment, again, he'd give us something that we hadn't had at the position before.
Has he shown you that so far?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it. It's kind of changed the way I look at that position now, because with the running backs being so big in this conference, you kind of had a tendency where you want to take big safeties. But then you got a guy like Nico that's a 6'1", 6'2" guy that he'll hit you with speed. You don't necessarily need all the power. But he can get over the top. He can play two. He can play a lot of man. He can do a lot of things that we weren't able to do at that position before.
How much of a push has Rike made at safety?
Oh, he's the most productive guy that I got back there. He's every practice he's in there, something's happening. It's something happening. He'll knock somebody away from the ball, pick up the fumble, scoop it up, making interceptions. And then if you cut the tape on with Florence, he's around the ball. No matter where you put that ball, it can be all the way to the field, away from his alignment, and somehow he's always in the tape. He's that kind of guy that's going to make Nico better, because he's the kind of guy, if you put in the game, it's probably going to be hard to take him out. The only thing that he's missing is just he was in high school this time last year. But what he brings is something that's fun to watch. He's physical. He's really smart in the class. Asks all the right questions. Goes through drills extremely hard. Rike is exactly what we saw on tape, and it's exactly the same kind of character that we wanted run our football team.
Has he shown you enough so far that he'll have a chance to play in the first game at safety?
Yeah, I think he'll contribute quite a bit for us, in my opinion. If he stays healthy and he keeps developing the way he's going right now, of course that's what Coach Chizik called. But just watching him grow as a player, he gets better and better every day, and he's not making the same mistakes twice. And that's usually a sign that a kid is coming in and studying and doing exactly what we ask him to do.
Now, he played pretty much all quarterback last year after going, safety and then a little bit of two ways in
Yeah.
high school. I mean, was there any sort of transition period back into safety, or is he?
No, because that's his, his mindset. He's always had a really aggressive mentality, even at the quarterback position. And he knows he did what was best for his team in high school, and that's what most high school teams do. They put the best players on offense. But he knows as a junior, he's probably one of the top safeties in the country at that position. But he played quarterback some last year, but that was no drop off as far as his physicality into the game.
We're excited to see Hakeem get a scholarship last night.
Very, very excited. He's contributed to us quite a bit. Special teams and he's grown. He came in as a wide receiver. It's a position that he played all through high school and really wasn't used to being that physical. And then just to watch, in the beginning how he's, just learning the position and kind of shying away from the contact. And then now you're watching him and he's big, he's fast, and now he doesn't hesitate on the contact.